What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick. I'm back with another video. Y'all see the title. Sea monster scarier than the Megalodon, bro. Now, me personally, you will never catch me dead in no sea. No, sir. I'm not scuba diving. I'm not deep sea diving. I'm not even relaxing on the beach, bro. I'm gonna be keeping it 100. I like the ocean. Don't get it twisted. I love the ocean. I love water. I love sea creatures. All that. Would you see me in the ocean? No, sir. Because you don't never know what we don't know what's in the ocean. I know that to date that we only explored up to 3. I think was it 3%? We only explored up to 3% of the ocean. Only 70% in the whole world that we I don't know if that's true. I think it's 3%. That's what at least that's what I remember in science class. I don't know. It's like 3% of the ocean that has not that 3% of the ocean that we have explored. So there's more than 90% of the ocean that we have not explored, and we don't know what the is in the ocean. So you're telling me that if you think I'm about to go into the ocean and I see this big motherfucker here, imagine you in the ocean, bro. I have to put this in perspective for y'all. Imagine you in the ocean, right? You're in the ocean. You're stranded. You deep sea. I think I said this in one of my other ones too. You're deep sea in the ocean, right? Stranded. You see this big ass object coming to your way. What are you gonna do? Me personally, if I see a huge object coming my way, I'm hoping it's either A whale shark, or B, a whale. Because I know for sure that whales and whale sharks, these are two of the biggest animals or mammals that have been recorded so far in the ocean. The whale shark is literally the biggest, I believe, is the biggest mammal and that has been recorded so far that's in the ocean. The reason why I say that, if I see those, then I know for sure that I'm not gonna be eaten. If I see a shark, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? It was a good ride. It was a good ride, but I guess it's my time to go. Cause there's what else can I do? What else can you do? You can't outswim a shark, especially in the middle of the ocean where there's nothing there. You're dead. You're dead. Now, mind you, I know for sure that sharks just don't attack off of just pure like if they see something to attack. Sharks don't work like that, bro. Sharks, it's just like how lions and stuff. They get misrepresented and they get misrepresent. What's the word? You know what I mean? They get judged differently, bro. You know what I'm saying? People automatically think that sharks just attack people and it's just attack the first thing they see, just like lions and shit. Like, no, that's not how it is. It's just like every other animal in the world that's like that seem threatening. If you are so much to make an animal feel like you're threatening their territory, don't be surprised if they attack, because you're probably doing something or trying to provoke an animal to doing something. Like, y'all gotta understand, I know for a fact that sharks just don't randomly attack niggas just out of nowhere. Because if that happened, then none of us would never be in the sea like that. I get why they have the cages, when people do deep sea dives and shit like that, and they want to play with the sharks. I can understand that, because it's more so of the person, because people like to be very touchy-feely, and some animals just don't want to be touched. They don't want to be touchy-feely. You trying to touch a shark, and he just trying to do his thing. He don't know who the fuck you are. He doesn't know you. He does not know you. And you just trying to pet him like he's some pet. He's gonna be like, Who is you? Yup. He gonna chop your shit. Like like you know, so you can't blame him, bro, because he don't know who you are, bro. He does not know who you are. And you sitting up here trying to pet him. He's like, bro, that's low key. He's probably like, low key, bro. That's low key disrespectful. I gotta chomp you now. Like I gotta chomp you now, bro. Like that you just disrespected me on the highest level. I gotta chomp you now. That's probably how they're feeling. So you can't blame them from doing that. But the difference between that and Megalodon, I don't even know if Megalodon or the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot, none of them are real. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently they got people got videos and videos upon these like creatures saying that they seen them like UFOs, alien, like bro, come on, bro, like come on now, come on, like you know, you choose what you want to believe. I just know that what we have discovered so far is already scary enough. So just imagine what we have not seen. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're here about to watch Sea Monsters Scarier Than Megalodon, aka Meg. I have not seen the movie. I have not seen the movie of Meg. I heard it was decent. I mean, like I don't know. I don't really plan on watching it. The last type of movie I seen like kind of like this was kind of like, what was it called? 47 meters below or some shit. It was an okay movie. Uh, just some dumb girls doing some dumb shit. Got trapped. Didn't really necessarily feel bad for them. Obviously, I don't think it's based on a true story. So, I think it's based off of a novel or some shit. But you know, I'm just saying the decisions that they make in that movie, I would, me personally, I would never make those same time. Like honestly, if that movie was about like, you know, if let's say if no racial stuff, bro, no racial stuff, but I'm just saying if that movie was about for example, two black girls, that movie would be literally 5 minutes at most. 3 minutes, 3 minutes for the opening credit, a minute for the actual it'd be like a minute and a half for the actual video, because it's literally gonna be them taking a shot of the boat, and them girls are gonna be like, nah, I don't want to get my hair wet, and then that's it, and then they're gone, and then they're gone, bro, and then the closing credits, bro. You would never see no colored person ever go through that type of shit, bro, because we just know better, bro. Bro, I don't understand why they make. I don't know why. Even there's a lot of white people that do that same type of shit. I don't understand why they make white people in movies like so why they make them so stupid, bro. Like it's not realistic, bro. Anybody in their right mind would not do some shit like that, unless if you just on some crazy shit and you want to die. That has nothing to do with like race or anything. If you just want to do some crazy and dumb shit, that's just on you, bro. That's just on you, bro. But enough being said, I already know I probably just got canceled, but you know what? It is what it is. We're gonna watch this video, bro. Let's get into this shit.
The Megalodon may have been the biggest, baddest, most ferocious shark to ever swim the ocean, but that doesn't mean there isn't a whole plethora of frightening sea monsters, both modern.
What the hell is that? What is that, bro? Bro, y'all cannot tell me that this does not look like a Yu-Gi-Oh monster, bro. This looks like a whole ass Yu-Gi-Oh a Yu-Gi-Oh monster. This look like freaking what you call it? One of the god cards, bro. What is this, man? What is that, bro? What is this? Hell no. What is that?
A run for its money. From prehistoric giants to creepy squids to deadly worms, the richest exposed real sea monsters, even scarier than the Megalodon. And luckily, our video today is sponsored by our friends at the Great Courses Plus. So if you like what you see today and you want to learn more, you can start your trial of the Great Courses Plus today absolutely free.
Okay.
We'll provide more details later, but for now,
I don't really care, but okay.
Your oxygen tanks and let's dive.
Oh hell no! Don't do that.
These demons of the deep.
Demons?
There's a long extinct ancient sea monster whose fossils have proved utterly perplexing to paleontologists. If you thought sharks were scary before, imagine you're scuba diving and then suddenly you come face to face with a biological buzzsaw. Say hello to the aptly named Helicoprion.
Helicoprion
is an evolutionary wonder. Instead of eating like a normal predator, the Helicoprion decided that it would rather make use of...
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I see something, if I see something like that, I'm offing myself. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm offing myself, bro. I'm not. No, sir. I'm gonna be like, it's been fun. I gotta go.
The tooth whirl, a spiral of teeth protruding from the lower jaw that looked more like a circular saw than a set of choppers. The very first fossil fragments of a Helicoprion jaw were discovered in 1899, and it took scientists over a century to figure out exactly where the animal placed these teeth. It was previously suggested that this evolutionary oddity may have even grown on the animal's tail or even on the dorsal fin as a line of defense.
I feel like that would make more sense.
At Idaho University confirmed that this was indeed the lower part of the animal's jaw. Helicoprion, whose name literally translates to spiral jaw, didn't have any teeth on its upper jaw. The team at Idaho suggests that the predatory fish would have broken down its prey by repeatedly slicing them with a single row of serrated teeth. Not a pretty way to go. Their study goes on to say that when the animal closed its lower jaw, the row of teeth were pushed backwards, providing an effective slicing mechanism for the blade-like serrated teeth and forcing food to the back of the oral cavity. It's estimated that the Helicoprion's lower jaw could have extended past 50 centimeters long, and some of those tooth whorls would have boasted some 150 teeth. It surely must have been a gruesome sight to see an ancient cephalopod be devoured by a living power tool. I don't know about you viewers, but I am glad that Helicoprion is extinct.
Thank God.
Biblical lore tells us of a behemoth sea monster that the ancient Hebrew people named Leviathan. Leviathan is described as a giant, fast-moving, squirming serpent, or even sometimes as a dragon. It's characterized as untamable and graceful in form, but frightening to look at, with fearsome teeth. Further verses go on to say, "No sword, spear, dart, javelin, arrow, stone, club, or lance can defeat it. It cannot be caged because it breaks iron like straw. Nothing on earth is its equal. It is a creature without fear." That sounds pretty scary, doesn't it? Scholars have long wondered if the Leviathan...
You know what's crazy, though? You know what's crazy to me? That you can think that there's... Because, mind you, the sea is big as hell. The sea, because the sea is 70% of the world, right? Imagine if there's a creature as big enough to be like the size of the Gulf, or not even the Gulf of the North. Like, imagine a monster that is just, or a sea creature that is just as big as like South America, bro. It's just, bro. That's just, bro. Because it could realistically, it could live in the sea. We never would see it. But just imagine if there's a creature that is the size and the length of South America. And or maybe not even South America, but like, let's say a particular like country like Argentina or something, like the size of Argentina, bro. Imagine that. Because you would assume that if we pretty much, we haven't seen obviously every creature that's on land, at least we haven't, or in the sky even. But I'm pretty sure it'll be easier to track them and spot them or hunt for them because we'll be able to see them. We don't have to go to depths below that is impossible for us as humans as for right now to be able to like see those type of monsters. So I would assume that it would be way easier to search for big and larger creatures, like I guess you would say Sasquatch or Bigfoot, whatever, or like what other land creature, that the chupacabra, like shit like that, like, you know, searching for those type of creatures that are on land versus like the ones that are like in the sea, bro. Just imagine that. I would assume that sea monsters or sea creatures are way bigger than land creatures because they have so much more space in the sea versus than on land. Because I would assume that we would see a land creature, a huge ass land creature by now. That is very big, like as big as a continent or something. But we can't see that at sea because we haven't explored it. That's just my. This is food for thought for you.
It was actually a very large crocodile or a shark or even a whale. Either way, today the word Leviathan has become synonymous with sea monster.
Leviathan.
Perhaps that's why scientists drew from these ancient horror stories when they began discovering fossils of an extinct behemoth whale. Meet Leviathan melvillei, named partially for the biblical beast and partially for Moby Dick author Herman Melville. This monster was unlike any other whale before or since. Leviathan lived between 12
I thought Moby Dick was cool though.
Years ago. And unlike most modern whales who go after much smaller, easier prey, Leviathan was such a bad boy that it preferred to eat other smaller whale species. Leviathan was a massive creature.
Laboon!
Meaning that it could grow upwards of about...
Who knows about Laboon, bro? Name what anime Laboon came from, bro.
18 meters long, that's about 59 feet, and weigh as much as 60 tons.
Oh, God.
The beast fed primarily on ancient baleen whales, and its massive teeth, which grew to the size of a bowling pin, make that easy to believe. All of this, of course, raises the question, who would win in a fight between Leviathan and Megalodon? We'll take a look at this side-by-side comparison. The two species are roughly equal in size, although Megalodon was almost double the weight of Leviathan. Now, would this have been an advantage or a disadvantage? Let us know what you think in the comments.
I don't know, that's a good question.
Imagine a creature that
I feel like it'll be a lot slower.
Something out of an outer space thriller like
What is that? What is that, bro? That looked like one of those Power Ranger enemies, bro. What is that, bro? Hell no.
In modern times.
That shit ugly.
Have you ever heard of a Big Fin Squid? This oddly ethereal deep-sea creature has so far eluded scientific study, as they are rarely seen, and no specimen has ever been captured. However, modern use of submersive, remotely operated vehicles has made it possible to capture stunning footage of the bizarre-looking creature. The Big Fin Squid is so eerie-looking that some thought video footage of the creature was actually a hoax. However, they are very much real. They've also been nicknamed the long-armed squid. Take a look at the unrealistic-looking length of its tentacles.
I mean, it doesn't look that scary. Oh,
why exactly it needs such
now that
arms.
Okay, now that's okay. Okay, now that's creepy. Okay. Okay, now that's creepy. Okay.
But video evidence suggests that they could reach up to 8 meters or 26 feet in length. You definitely do not want to get caught up in that forest of slimy appendages. Was that a little too creepy? Well, why don't we explore another extinct sea monster?
What is that? What is that? What movie is this?
And resembling something like an odd conglomeration of a whale, an alligator, and a sea turtle was the terrifying aquatic reptile called Leoplorodon.
Leoplorodon.
The plesiosaur family had a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth and was an unusual.
Bro, what is this CGI, bro?
Its 4 broad, flat, long flippers.
Yuck.
Leoplorodon could thrust itself through the water at considerable
disgusting,
speed.
nasty.
It's estimated that it could swim up to 6.2 miles per hour. That's just under 10 kilometers. To give you a rough idea of how fast that is, the top swimming speed of 23-time Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps was 0.2 miles an hour slower. Adding to its predatory power was its highly developed sense of smell. By studying skull fossils, scientists surmised that Leoplorodon could locate prey from a fair distance away by their scent. Add that to the fact that its teeth were as long and as sharp as the blade of a Swiss Army knife, and Leoplorodon was a triple threat. Our next sea monster is sometimes described as the Tyrannosaurus of the sea. The long-extinct Dunkleosteus was technically a fish, though you might be able to accurately describe it as a tank. Dunkleosteus was bigger than an elephant. It measured over 10 meters long, that's just over 30 feet. It weighed up to 4 tons, and it had 2 rather unusual characteristics. 1, it was covered in a bony, rock-hard, armored shell. And 2, rather than having teeth, Dunkleosteus had a kind of beak formed of bony plates with sharp points.
Ooh.
This vicious carnivorous hunter was one of the largest fish that ever lived. These frightening facts aren't even the scariest thing about Dunkleosteus. The most terrifying fact about this early apex predator was that it had the powerful bite force of 11,000 pounds per square inch. That's almost 5,000 kilograms. And not only that, several of Dunkleosteus fossils have been found with the bite marks of its own species in them, suggesting that this guy wasn't just a killer, but a cannibal as well. Scary sea monsters come in all sizes, and even those smaller than a person can be terrifying. This is Stethoscanthus, a fish that lived over 300 million years ago. Weird, right? Another example of a bizarre evolutionary puzzle. Scientists are baffled by this shark-like creature's physical features. Perhaps small in stature at just 70 centimeters or 2.3 feet long. What makes this creature stand out is that freakish ironing board-shaped dorsal fin protruding.
For real? Why are you roasting it though?
Tooth-shaped scales that are also present.
You said, "Oh, iron board head ass boy."
Freakish looking and small, but also a dangerous.
A square seat, forehead extended ass. You said I need to stop.
Sure
Okay.
What these bizarre physical features are for, though the current theory suggests that they act as a sort of.
That boy got an anvil on his forehead.
Ugly.
Glass.
A larger, more dangerous mouth than it actually does. You probably didn't think that coming across small creatures in the ocean would be frightening. However,
I think that was a stool.
Stethoscanthus. You best be wary of threats of all sizes when out for a swim. Our next sea monster, for example, may be small, but it's still a terrifying monster. Deep in the Marianas Trench lurks the 18-centimeter long
That looks
fangtooth
creepy.
fish. Compared to the size of
Ew.
its body, a fangtooth fish has the biggest teeth of any animal living in the ocean. Its huge front fangs give it its name. This carnivorous vampire fish eats just about anything it comes across. What's really super interesting is how it locates its prey. As there is very little light in the depths of the Marianas Trench, the fangtooth evolved with very poor eyesight. It makes up for that shortcoming by making use of something called contact chemoreception. That means that the fangtooth can sense chemical residue that comes off other living organisms in the deep sea. So if they sense it, they eat it. Of all the things you might fear by going for
That's
a swim,
crazy.
Probably are not on your list. But a close look at our next sea creature reveals a real terrifying monster. Deep on the ocean floor, a very patient monster waits for its victims. This terrifyingly ugly critter is the bobbit worm. It sports an array of ghastly features.
Hell no!
The antennae are how it senses its food. When one of them is tripped by an unsuspecting fish, bone-hard grappling hook-like teeth pierce and immobilize their prey. Perhaps even more blood-curdling is what lies beneath the surface. The bobbit worm, also known as the sand striker, is hiding a body that stretches below the ocean floor for as long as a terrifying 10 feet. That's 300 centimeters.
What?
Completely blind and lacking a true brain. Absolutely every living creature coasting on the seafloor is fair game for this indiscriminate flesh-eating monster. One of the creepiest creatures to ever live in the sea. And now that we've introduced you to some of the ocean's most...
that's... No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Just imagine you on the sea, like, let's say if you even get on the seafloor, you accidentally stepped on one of those things. Bro, 10 feet? Or even longer? Oh. I hope you feel get your education on, bro. This makes me definitely, for sure, not want to go deep diving ever in my life. Even though I already had that inclination that I'm not going to do that anyway. But now this is confirmed that I'm for sure not going to do that. But if you enjoy, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for some more. Click the notification bell to be notified when I'm uploading a video. And don't go diving, please don't. And if you see a Leviathan or a Megalodon or that nigga, the last one, make sure you tell your loved ones you love them, bro. See ya.